Hey guys, welcome back. So today we will be doing the oil service on my 2006 GSXR 750. You will need 3 quarts of oil and a KN138 size filter. It's really easy to do, so we're going to start off with removing the left fairing. To remove the left fairing, there are going to be 4 bolts you have to remove, 3 at the top and 1 beneath the stator cover. Alright, so now that we remove the 4 bolts, start by grabbing the right end of the fairing and somewhere underneath here where the vent is. So apply even pressure because there are 2 tabs. Once we get those out, the fairing should come out. Now that the fairing is out, we have access to the drain bolt. Remember to keep this fairing face down so you do not scratch the plastics. Now that we've removed the left fairing, prior to removing the drain bolt, we want to remove the fill plug to provide better airflow for the old oil to exit the tank. Set this aside and we can now begin removing the drain plug. So I went ahead and put the drain pan underneath the bike, and now you can get a 17mm socket to undo the drain plug. So let's go ahead and do that. So after removing the drain plug, let's let this oil drain for a few minutes because you do not want to mix the old oil with the new oil. And you want to make sure to clean the fill plug with a shop rag or some type of dirty cloth that you have laying around. So now I'm going to move the camera around to show you guys how to remove the excess oil out of the old air filter. Alright, so the old oil filter is located just to the left of the oil pan, which we have the fluid draining out of. So this is also a 17mm bolt. We want to pull to the left to loosen it. It shouldn't be on there too tight. Alright, so it's almost done flushing completely, but what I like to do as just an extra step, which I learned from a few of my friends, is buy some extra oil when you are doing this process, just so that you can use some clean oil to flush out the system. So now I'm going to pour some clean oil from the fill plug on the opposite side, which we removed earlier, and until this fluid comes out just like the new clear oil looks. So I'll show you guys how to do that. You should see the fluid coming out, and I'm just going to pour about maybe a quart in here, and that should be good. I see it's now clean and clear oil coming out, so we're ready to put the clean drain plug that we cleaned earlier back onto the oil pan, and also prep the filter, the new filter, for reinstallation. Alright, now that we've replaced the drain plug bolt, make sure you torque it down to 16.5 foot-pounds. Do not over tighten it. To prepare the brand new filter to installation, you want to take some fresh motor oil and pour it into the hole, and then a little bit on the side because we're going to put some on the O-ring here. This is just to speed up the process of the break-in for the filter. And now we're going to go ahead and replace the filter back onto the bike. Alright, now that we've gone ahead and tightened the oil plug and the new air filter, you want to make sure you clean any of the excess oil that has fallen on the headers, because as soon as you start the bike it's going to smell very bad. So now it's time to put the fairing on, and you want to do so by lining it up at the front, and there are several tabs you have to make sure you match up with. And then you want to go ahead and push in the clips we had removed earlier, and that'll hold the fairing into place. And we want to go ahead and replace the 1, 2, 3, 4 screws that we had removed in the beginning of the video. So after replacing the left fairing, the bike is now put together. The last step is to fill the bike with oil. The manual asks for 2.6 quarts of oil, but it can vary depending on the type of filter you use. So let's go ahead and pour the desired 2.6 quarts of oil. Make sure you use a clean funnel because you don't want any debris getting into the oil. Alright, Alright, so that's 2.6 quarts. Now I'm gonna put the fill plug back on, and then I'm gonna start the bike and then let it run for a few minutes, and then I'm gonna show you guys after you've completed that step, I'll show you how to check the actual fill level. Alright, so I let my bike run for about 5 minutes, and after coming back and checking the oil level, it was right between the max and min level. You want to make sure it's not below the minimum level and it's not over the maximum level. So I went ahead and poured some more oil in, and so it took about 2.8 quarts, I would like to say, for this particular filter, which I'm using the K&N 138 filter. And now I have it right on the max line, and the oil service is complete.